Okay, all right. So I have 22 people in the audience. Actually, you can all unmute yourself and ask. I'm all ears. There are no questions? Nothing that you want to ask me?
Hello, ma'am. Uh, hello, hello, ma'am.
Yes, please, go ahead, go ahead.
My doubt is regarding the direction field. Can you
Okay,
explain what is direction field? I can't understand.
okay, yeah, let me try to do it, yeah. So let me try to share your screen, share my screen. So what's your name? Can you introduce
Path.
it? Parth. Okay. All right, Parth, let me try to answer your question. I am trying to share my screen. So do you see journal at your end? Do you see that? Yes, I have written interaction 1 D3. Do you see that at your end?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's see. What is the basic premise of considering a differential or direction field? That's the first thing. Yeah? The very first thing is that so this is a course about ordinary differential equations, and the goal is to learn how to go about solving the ordinary differential equations. Yeah. But what happens in reality is it is impossible to find explicit formulas for solutions of some differential equations, right? So what we do is we resort to graphical or numerical methods to get some idea of how the solutions of a given ODE behaves. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Uh, so let's consider the first order differential equation given as follows. Yeah. All. So for the purposes of defining direction fields, we will simply assume that this first order differential equation has solution, right? So we will assume that this differential equation um, has solutions, and we discuss a graphical method of approximating these solutions. Yeah. All. So how do we go about it? So let's assume that y equal to yx is a solution of this differential equation, right? So what does it mean? This means by definition that this function y satisfies this differential equation, correct? On some interval I, yeah, for all x in some interval I, correct? Okay. Suppose that f is defined on a region D in R2. And this is a planar region, the domain of definition of f, right? Okay. Now, what do? We construct a direction field corresponding to this given first order differential equation, in D by drawing the following thing. So let me write down, maybe that will help clarify things. So we construct a direction field um, for this differential equation. Um, so where is this differential direction field defined? On D. And what do we do? How do we define it? So by drawing a short line segment through each point xy of D. So how do we draw this line segment? I have given you the base point and I have to tell you the direction, right? With slope at the point xy given by f of xy, correct? Now, how do you write this analytically? Here is one way to go about it, yeah? So I consider xy, this is a point in D, and I am going to associate to this a vector, right? So like maybe use this notation, right? So what am I going to do? I have to associate at the point xy a line segment with base point xy and slope f of xy. Yeah? So the simplest way to write this analytically is the following. So is that okay, Parth? Are you with me up till this point?
So this is look like a 1 and tan theta, and tan theta is the slope.
Correct. Right. So if you look at this point, 1 comma tan theta, as you say in R2, this will give you, if you sort of put this vector at the point x comma y, this will have slope theta, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. Is that okay? So far so good with you. Yeah. Right now, in
Yes. Yes. It's okay.
practice it is not possible to assign when you sort of draw it graphically, it is not possible to assign a line segment at every point of D, right? You are not going to do it by bare hands, you're going to use a software to do this, correct? Right.
Yes.
What you do it on a finite set of points in the interval I. Yeah, you choose a finite set of points x1 x2 xn in the interval I, and correspondingly y1 y2 yn, and you do it on x1 y1 x2 xn yn, you get a rectangular grid, right? And at each point in this grid you associate a vector. And how do you define this vector? This vector is stationed at the point xy and slope is given by this ordinary differential equation, namely f of xy, correct? Is that okay? Now this is the
Yes.
definition of the direction field. Now how does this help us? That comes next. Yeah, is this okay with everybody present here? Everybody with me up till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is that a yes? Yeah. Any questions, please ask. Right. Okay. Now, so let me sort of go ahead. Where do isoclines fit in the picture? Yeah. So isoclines are one parameter family of curves. How are they defined? Given by setting fxy equal to constant. Yeah, where c is a constant. Correct. Now, what happens is, as it is evident from the way we have defined direction field, along the isoclines, the line segments that you're going to draw, yeah, line segment means these vectors which you're going to draw at each point, they all have the same slope c, right? And this makes it easy to draw those line segments, correct? Yeah, I'll just sort of write that down for emphasis. So, along the isoclines, the line segment all have the same slope. Correct? And this makes it easy to draw those line segments. Sorry. Is that okay? Everybody with me on this? Do I hear a yes with everybody present here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Isa, is that okay? Okay, now, so you know, this is good, right? So once you have sketched the direction field using the isoclines, what is the next step? The next step is the following. Yeah. So the next step, so how are we actually going to use isoclines in direction field to approximate the solution curves? Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, right? Uh, so the next step is to draw the curves which are at each point. So let me write that down and I'll go over it one more time, which are at each point tangent to the line segment at that point. Yes. So at each point of the domain of definition of the function f, you associate a line segment with slope given by f of xy, right? With slope given by f evaluated at that point. Having done that, having sketched the direction fields, now how do you draw the curves? You draw the curves at each point xy tangent to the line segment at that point, right? And these curves that you get are actually the solution curves. They are actually these curves. So these curves, sorry, my handwriting is not very nice, but let's see. So these curves are the graphs of the solutions to the given ODE. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go back to the example, right?
Ma'am,
Yes, yeah. Somebody wanted to say something. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
what is the meaning of tangent to the line segment?
So let's see. Yeah, let's just see this example. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Let me just pull out those slides that I used yesterday, and I think we showed direction fields for some, right? Let me just pull out that. Let's just revisit that example. Here it is, right? Here it is. So let's. So are you able to see these slides at your end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so let's look at this example. Yeah, so f of xy in this example is the product xy, right? So setting f of xy equal to constant gives us the isoclines, which in this example are the hyperbolas and the coordinate axes, right? The x-axis, the coordinate x-axis, and the y-axis, right? And the direction field is given by, as we all agreed, so the domain of definition of the direction field is the entire plane R2. right? So at each point xy of R2, you associate a short line segment at the point xy with slope the product xy, correct? Yeah. So this is so far so good, right? So let's see what we have on the next slide, right? So here in this picture, no, the isoclines are in blue, right? Those are the hyperbolas and the coordinate axis. Now the direction fields are in black. Is that okay? And the
Yeah.
solution curves are in red. Yeah, I'll give you a minute to sort of pause and sort of absorb this. So is this okay?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
So
the
going back,
direction,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Please go ahead.
the direction field, the black line,
Yes,
the is made by equation f dash f dash the y dash is equal to f of x. The
correct.
by f of x, we
Yes,
are using putting a points.
correct. Yes.
And that's clear. I want to just clarify this. It's okay
Okay,
or
okay.
not?
All right. Yeah, yeah. So let me just go back to the previous slide. For example, in this example, right? So this, 1 comma xy is just a way of analytically writing a vector at the point xy with slope xy, right? So in general, it is f of xy as you said. Is that okay?
Yes.
Does that answer your
Yes.
question? Yes. Is
Yes.
that okay? Right? Right. So I'll say that one more time. Imagine that this is what I said last time, yesterday. Imagine that you're standing at a point xy in the plane, and the differential equation dy by dx equal to f of xy, this determines your future location. Where should you go next? What you do is you move along a curve whose tangent line at the point xy has slope dy by dx equal to f of xy. Maybe I will write this down. Yeah, I'll write this down because so I'm trying to sort of tell you how do you get these curves using the direction field, right? So the solution curves, I'll just sort of clarify this one more time because I see that there are still doubts. The solution curves, sorry about this. Well, not actually the solution curve, the graph of the solution. Yeah, so let me just, a little sloppy here. The solution curve, so let me, I'll rather be careful, yeah. So you move along a curve whose tangent line at the point xy, right, is has slope given by, so the slope is given by dy by dx. So, maybe for clarity, I will write x naught, y naught here. Maybe that will help. And I will, So the slope at the point x naught, y naught is the function f evaluated at the point x naught, y naught, right? So what you do by direction field is you draw the tangent line first, and then how do you get this curve? This curve is exactly the curve whose tangent lines is what you have plotted. Is that okay? Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yes? Is that okay with everybody present here?
Yes, ma'am.
Please feel free to ask if you still have questions. Okay. All right. Okay. So anything else that you would like to clarify, ask, even suggest. You're all welcome to suggest, make suggestions.
Ma'am,
Yes, please. Can you please introduce yourself? I like to sort of remember your names.
my name is Aditi.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Aditi. Yeah.
Ma'am, in yesterday class, while solving separable ordinary differential equation,
Mm-hmm.
you was telling that while taking y to the denominator,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter if it is 0 or not. Like, how was that said?
No, I said this. Yeah. So let me sort of pull out those slides. Give me a minute.
Yes,
Yeah. So see, this is it, right?
yes, ma'am.
Right. See, I said that, in order to separate variables, for example, in this example, what you would like to do is you would like to divide by y, right? That's the only way to go about it, right? You must divide by y to separate the variables, yeah? But division by y is not defined if y equals 0 for some value of x, right? Then you are in trouble, correct? Is that okay? So how do you justify division by y is what I was trying to make you understand last time, right? Yeah, is that okay, Aditi? So did you get what was I trying to do? And let me sort of go over it one more time. Yeah. So far, is that okay with you, Aditi? What I said?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So let me sort of pull that out. Where do I have it? Give me a minute. So, here. I think I scribbled something here. So this is the next example. Yeah. So suppose you look at it, right? So the first thing is that you notice that you need to divide by y. That's the very first thing. And the second thing is how to sort of circumvent this problem, right? So the first thing is that you notice that y identically 0 is a solution. And let's suppose that, so we start with the assumption that there is a solution to the given ODE that is not identically 0, right? Because if y identically 0 is the only solution, then there's nothing to be done here, right? Now, under the assumption that there is a solution to the given ODE that is not identically 0, what we notice is, see, y is a solution to this ODE, right? So y has to be differential of order, has to be differentiable, right? Which means that in particular, y is continuous, right? Which means that if it's not identically 0, then there must be an interval interval in R for which y does not vanish, correct? Is that
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Yes. So on
Yes.
this interval, you can safely divide by y because y does not vanish on this interval. There is no problem at all, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So on this interval, you can safely divide by y, which means that now you have a separable ODE, which looks nice, dy by y equal to minus of 2x. Now you integrate both sides and that gives you y equal to some constant c times exponential minus x square, right? So what is the upshot of all of this discussion? This tells you that if this ODE admits a solution that is not identically zero, then that solution must look like y equal to constant times e to power minus x square on that interval.
Yes.
Yes, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay? Does that answer your question, Aditi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. All right, wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are so very welcome.
Ma'am,
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead.
after drawing the direction file, how do we get the solution curve?
Right, right. So that's what I said. So that's what I was trying to scribble. Yeah, give me a minute. So the solution curve. So the direction field. So what is that you achieve by direction field? So this is the bottom line. The solution curves are obtained are exactly the curves whose tangent lines are these direction fields. See, the tangent line to this solution curve at the point xy is the short line segment that you have associated. Now you know the tangent line and you know the base point xy. So you draw a curve along that. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Got
So you know the point xy, and so this is a separate problem, right? You have to plot a curve that fits this data. What data? You know the point xy at each point of the definition, and you know the tangent line to the curve at the point xy. And you have to fit a curve, right? This can be done. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. Anything else?
Ma'am, there is a one question in chat.
In jet. Sorry, say that again.
Someone put his question in the chat.
In chat, yeah. I'm not going to read chat. See, when I share my screen, I don't get to see your chat. So can you please sort of unmute yourself and speak up?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead. Introduce yourself and go ahead.
Myself, Srijesh.
Okay, Srijesh, yeah. Tell me.
Ma'am, if a question asks to find a directional field at a given point for a particular differential equation, then we have to just find out dy by dx at that point.
See, then you have to do this. No, you have to first, you have to at each point xy, you have to associate a vector, or you have to associate a vector. How do you determine by that vector? The vector has base point xy and the slope f of xy. So you have to plot that everywhere, wherever the function f is defined. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Does that answer your question, Srijesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, good, good. All right. Please don't hesitate to ask again if you still have are in two minds.
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
instead of taking the magnitude as 1, if we take lesser magnitude, then we'll get more approximate curve, right?
See, we are not taking magnitude 1. I did say yesterday unit vector, but I think that is not required. So I just say that, you associate a short line segment, right? So, putting 1 here does not mean the magnitude is 1. See, the magnitude of this vector is what? 1 plus fx square, square and square root of that. So that need not be 1. Putting this 1 here is just a way of analytically writing that this tuple in R2, so this is a direction, gives you a direction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am not, yeah, so I'll sort of correct myself. You needn't associate a unit vector, that is not required also. You associate a short line segment, as you very correctly pointed out. with slope at each point xy, with slope determined by the value of the function f evaluated at that point. Yeah, you are correct. Is that okay? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Good. So you were Tribhuvan. Is that how you call yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Tribhuvan. That's your first name. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Tribhuvan. Yeah. Okay. Somebody else has wants to suggest, comment, or ask something. All your questions, suggestions, and comments are welcome.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I'm Meghana. So,
Meghna. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Meghna. Yeah.
in the just confirming, ma'am, in direction field, we wrote x comma y. We associated it with 1 comma f of x y, right?
Yes.
One is say some x component of the vector, and f of x y is some y component.
Correct. So
The
let's
notation.
write it, yeah. So let's write it at this, let's write it at this like this. Yeah. So let's look at this vector 1 comma, let's fix x naught y naught. Yeah. So the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is f of x naught y naught. So then what will be the direction given by this?
So f of x y.
F of x naught y naught, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. So does it answer your question, Meghna? We are not associating a unit vector by putting 1 here. All this is doing is, this is one way of writing a vector with slope f of x naught y naught.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. Is that okay, Meghna?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please explain one again how to identify linear and non-linear differential equations?
Yes. I will be happy to. Yeah. Let me just pull out my slides. Give me a minute. So here it is. Okay. Okay. So, let's start with very simple things. Let's start with what is a differential equation first. Yeah. So the whole point of so what is a differential equation? A differential equation is an equation that contains one or more derivatives of an unknown function. Yeah. Let me write that down. So a differential equation is an equation containing one or more derivatives of an unknown function. Right. Now, what is an ordinary differential equation? A differential equation is an ordinary differential equation if it involves an unknown function of of only one variable. Yeah, this is one is very important. Yeah. So ordinary differential equation has a single independent variable. Is that okay? That's the very first thing to be kept in mind. Yeah. Now let's go back to Srijesh's question on what is a linear differential equation, linear ordinary differential equation. Yeah. So an ordinary differential equation is said to be linear if it involves, you write it as, a relation f equal to 0, and f is the linear function of the unknown variable y, right? So, let's see some examples. Right? Uh, So let me just run over the definition one more time before we see some example. So I have here an nth order differential equation. So this is the nth derivative of y, and a0, a1, an are allowed, even the function b are allowed to be the functions of the variable x alone, right? So for example, let's just see some example. Yeah, maybe that will help clarify this equation. So let's see. So let's take example 1. Yeah. So let's take very simple thing, dy by dx equal to y. So in the light of the definition that we discussed, is this linear? Is this linear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Is this linear?
Yes, ma'am. It is linear.
Everybody says this is linear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's take another example. Let's take dy by dx equal to y square. Is this
Non-linear.
It is non-linear. Why is this non-linear?
Y square.
Because you have a function y square appearing here, right? Okay, let me take one more example. Like let's take example 3. So let's take dy by dx equal to xy. Is this linear?
Linear.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody agrees this is linear. Yeah, so let me write down, this is linear, this is non-linear, and this is linear. I'll ask one more. Let's run over one more example. Yeah, let's ask dy by dx equal to x square y. Is this linear?
Linear.
Yes.
Yes,
Linear.
is that okay? This still continues to be linear because the unknown function here is y. Yeah, y is linear. Yeah, x square doesn't matter, right? That's the independent variable. Is that okay? Yeah. Let's take one more example. Dy by dx equal to x square y square. Is this linear?
Non-linear.
No, ma'am.
Non-linear. Yeah. Does that answer your question? I believe Srijesh, were you asking this question? Does that
Yes,
answer your
ma'am.
question? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in lecture slides,
Yeah.
I mean lecture slides that A1, A2, and AN can be 0.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So A1 up to AN can be 0, but we insist that A0 better be non-zero because we are saying that this is a differential equation of order n. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Please ask if you still have, if you feel this is still a sticky point. Don't hesitate. Please ask. I'll give you one more example. I think there is some confusion still. Where was I writing here? Journal. Yeah. Yeah. Let's look this. Yeah. Let's look at 6. Let's look at this example. X dy by dx equal to y. Is this linear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody agrees this is linear? Okay, let's look at this example. Now I have x, y, dy by dx equal to y. Is this linear?
Non-linear.
This
Oh,
is
ma'am.
non-linear, right? Is that okay? Yes? Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody present here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there is a product of y and a derivative of y appearing together, and that is why this is not a linear function, correct? Of the unknown variable y. So it is not a linear function, let me correct myself, of the unknown variable y and its derivatives. Go ahead. Yeah.
If we divide both sides,
Can you
if
say that?
both,
Be a little louder. Say that again.
if we divide by y both sides, then
Oh, you're right. So if you divide by y, provided it is allowed, then what do you get? Then it's linear.
then it's
Yeah.
linear.
So this is sort of not a good example. I will take this back. Yeah, I'll take this back. Yeah. Thank you very much for your correction. Yeah. So depending on whether you can divide by y or not, this does not seem like a very good example. However, I will switch this with this x dy by dx. Thank you very much for pointing this out. So let's like sine x. Yes. Is this linear?
No.
This is not.
ma'am.
Yeah. This is non-linear. Yeah. And I will let's write one more. So x y dy by dx equal to e to power y. Yes. Is this linear?
No.
No, ma'am.
This is not, right? Is that okay? So is this okay? Does this settle your question? I hope you are in a better state to differentiate between linear and non-linear ordinary differential equations. Please don't hesitate. Ask if you still are uncomfortable about it. Is everybody with me up till this point?
Ma'am, if we write x into dy by dx is equal to y into e to the power y.
Wait a minute. I will write whatever you are saying. So what did you say? X into?
dy by dx
Yes.
equal to
Yes.
y into e to the power y.
Y into e to the power y. Yeah. So is this linear or is this non-linear, right? What is this?
Non-linear.
This is non-linear, right?
Non-linear.
Non-linear, right? Is that okay? Why? Because you look at it as a function of y and all its derivatives. That should be a linear function. But this is not. Why? Because there is y e to the power y appearing here. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
With everybody present here?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
some derivatives of y should also be linear.
No. See, you write it as a function. Yeah. So what did these slides say? You look at this differential equation as a function of y, the first derivative of y, and this. You write this differential equation as a function of the unknown variable y and all its derivatives. Now, f should be a linear function. So let's just go back to this slide again. So I'll also incorporate x here. That's given. So f should be linear in all of these variables. Yeah. So I'll sort of. Yeah. So for example, if you write this equation, the last example is x dy by dx in y e to the power y equal to 0. Now f in this example is this, the left hand side. Now f fails to be a linear function of y here, right? Because of the term y e to the power y appearing. So this defines a linear ODE if f is linear in which variable? In y prime as a function of these variables.
Okay, ma'am.
Is that okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, more precisely, one should, this ordinary differential equation, if it is linear, should look like this. In this equation, if you look at it, nowhere do you see products of y or the derivatives of y. That cannot happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Does this settle your query? Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is clear.
Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay, so if there are no further questions, shall we stop this session for now? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Or do I go back to?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sorry, I will. Okay. Thank you very much for your time and